his policy at the town hall. So that is what happened. I did not come forward with this lightly. I knew people were going to question me because I don't have a literal recording of the conversation.
So again, a couple of things. They're claiming that she's lying. They're claiming that she made it up. They're claiming that she's a part of Jasmine's team to try to slander him and all this stuff, right? So finally, about an hour ago, we get a statement from James Talarico. And a lot of people have been online defending Talarico, saying, no, he didn't say that. He would never say that. He's a Christian man and all this other stuff, right? Well, come to find out, Talarico did say it, but he's claiming that it's a mischaracterization of the conversation. So this is his official statement. He said, this is a mischaracterization of a private conversation. In my praise of Congresswoman Crockett, I described Congressman Allred's method of campaigning as mediocre, but his life and service are not. I would never attack him on the basis of race. As a black man in America, Congressman Allred has had to work twice as hard to get where he is. I understand how my critique of a congressman's campaign could be interpreted given this country's painful legacy of racism, and I care deeply about the impact of my words have on others. I have always said that despite our disagreements, I deeply respect Congressman Allred. We're all on the same team. So he said it. He said it. Now he's saying, oh, I said that it was his campaign, not him as a black man. But for me, whether or not you call his campaign mediocre or you're saying that he's mediocre, like, it's still an insult. It's not a positive thing either way. But he's claiming that he didn't throw the race thing in there. He just said that it was mediocre. Talarico, this is worse than you actually saying it. I think he should have just said, yeah, I was, being facetious. I was making a joke. I was trying to be lighthearted or something. He should have just admitted that he said it and then just try to clean it up a little bit. But him saying that, it was a mischaracterization. And mind you, this woman has been hounded and they've been saying that she's a liar. She made all this up. They're playing the race card again. How dare they? And here you go, James Talarico admitting, oh, yeah, he did. Now, after this all went down, right? Morgan is claiming that her actual Instagram got taken down. Somebody commented, they deleted your Instagram. She said, yep, his team did. So her Instagram is still gone. Now, it's quite strange how after her criticism, her Instagram page got taken down. But again, this woman had been in communication with his team. Like, it's not like she didn't know anything about him or, she's just some random person on the internet. This is what she does. She had been in communication with his team and even was a big supporter of him before Jasmine Crockett even joined the race. So again, them trying to characterize her as like this person's just trying to be a psyop or she's trying to, do damage to his campaign. Well, things change when somebody drops a bomb like that on you. Like, whoa, like, what the hell? And mind you, she even says in this video, like, she knew it was going to come with backlash. She knew people were going to not believe her because it wasn't recorded. Here's the thing. Hopefully Morgan is watching. No matter if it was recorded or not, they will still find an excuse to say that you're a liar or that's not what he meant. They're always going to find some excuse. And it's so crazy that everybody's, saying, oh, you guys are saying that you can't attack her because, talking about Jasmine Crockett, you can't attack her because she's a black woman and we should be able to criticize. Yeah, you can criticize. Like, criticize on stuff that's true, not a whole bunch of lies. As soon as she entered in the race, they started saying she takes money from AIPAC. And she does not take any money from AIPAC. Then they're all like, oh, well, she went on a trip. Yeah, she went on a trip in April of March or 2023. This was before the attack from Hamas. Oh, well, she voted yes on the funding bill. Well, yeah, if you know anything about the bills that are passed through Congress, especially because the Democrats have not been in the majority since Jasmine Crockett's been in office. Yeah, they're able to put other stuff in the bill. And of course, like, okay, sometimes you got to vote for things that are unfavorable. But also, too, you got to think about the resources of your people living here in America. And she explained, like, the reason why she voted the way she did. She said, in those bills for Israel, they're also funding for Gaza as well, too, humanitarian aid. So it would be blocking humanitarian aid, you know, from people in Gaza. So you got to take the good and the bad, unfortunately. And like I said, the Democrats have not been in power since she's been in Congress. So yeah, she really, her hands are tied, you know? So again, this whole thing is crazy because James Talarico and his people, his supporters, have been the most racist, nasty, filthy human beings ever. It reminds me of when Kamala was running. It reminds me of when Kamala was running. Like, you've seen a lot of that same nastiness and that whole, oh yeah, they'll find something and just hound on it. Just like with Kamala, they found the whole Gaza thing, not found it, but they used the whole Gaza thing against her. Even though she said that she wanted a two-state solution, she thought what they were doing was wrong over there. Like, she said all the right things. What else did you want her to do? She was the vice president. She was not the president. There was nothing that she could do to change it at the moment until she got in office. But of course, they don't use common sense at all, right? But again, with Jasmine, they'll make this whole argument, oh, she's AIPAC, she's for Israel, she's for this. When Talarico accepted money from Miriam Elderson, the same woman who gave Trump over $120 million for his campaign, that same woman. And then he got on the debate stage and lied about knowing her. Yeah, you have never probably met her, but you accepted money from her. I mean, what politician knows everybody who donates to them? You know? You don't have to know her personally, but you know somebody that knows somebody that know her, because why did she give you money? Trust me, somebody don't give you money like that for no reason. But hey, what do I know? But I think it's sad that James Talarico has probably ruined his chances for the longer term. I don't see him running for anything else except like a local position. I think on the national stage, he was not ready. He was not ready for this moment. If he can't answer why he would impeach Trump and, you know, impeach Trump, also expanding the Supreme Court when it comes to ICE, if he can't answer those as yes, 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 you know, doing all that, you can't meet the moment. We want extreme change. You know, how they think James Talarico is going to bring change? No, we need somebody like Jasmine Crockett, an actual fighter. And I do think that James Talarico would have won if it was Colin Allred. But again, when it came to that debate, he's not a good debater. He's not. Where he gave ideas, Jasmine Crockett was actually able to pull in her experience and the bills that she already has in place that's trying to get passed. Where James Talarico, he didn't pull anything from his actual experience, really, you know, of what he has done at the state level. And, you know, and I'm going to save Keith Edwards for later. I'm going to do another video on that. But higher learning, they can go to hell too with Keith Edwards, because basically they gave him cover. They gave him cover. They did not ask him the real shit, because yeah, we got a lot to talk about with that situation, because again, he's involved in all this too as well. But please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I wanted to give you guys this information because I didn't really see anybody talking about it. Again, do I hate James Talarico? No, I don't hate him, but you know, this is definitely not meeting the moment of what we need right now. And Texas, y'all got a vote to make. Make sure you guys. So the primary already started in Texas, I believe, right? It's early voting already. So make sure you guys get out there and vote. Your voice matters. Shout out to everybody in Texas. Hey, y'all know what to do.